Well, let's get started with Moodle. As you can see, the first step is to go to the Studieskolen homepage. And once there, you'll see the login page. What I would recommend doing if you'd like to continue in Danish is to get started. But if you would prefer, you can go up here into the right-hand corner and you can change the language to English. Once that's done, you can see your username and then simply enter in the password. Once you have entered in the password, you'll see your name, and again, you might want to change the language to English, or if you're comfortable in Danish, of course continue with Danish. Once you've got onto your main page, you'll see this very nifty navigation with your home, your profile, and your courses. What I recommend in the very beginning of setting up your Moodle is to go to your profile settings. One thing you might like to do is to change the password from the code given to us by Studieskolen into one that you prefer. So you would put in the password given to you by Studieskolen, enter in a new password, and save changes. Then you simply hit continue and can move on. After you change your password, you might want to edit your profile. Of course, you want to confirm that your name is correct and the way you want it to appear to your students. Double check that you're using the email address you want your students to use. I personally prefer to give them a different account that's only used with Studieskolen mail. So feel free to change that to whatever is most convenient for you. This section I don't usually fiddle around with, but you can feel free. You can see that the email display, you can hide your email from everyone or allow everyone to see it, or I personally prefer only course members to see your email address, but it's up to you. The other mandatory things to put in is the city and town and the country. If you'd like to write anything, you can feel free to do that here. It's also up to you whether you'd like to have a picture taken. Of course, you can delete it, or you can add a new picture simply by going to this add button on the film, and then you can upload any new pictures from your computer. Scrolling down, you can see that there is a place for you to put a blog if you have a blog. In addition, if you'd like to keep in contact with some of your international students, you could put in a Skype ID, and you can give them further contact information. It's always up to you what you want to provide your students with. So you can just play around with that as you prefer. When you're finished, simply click Upload Profile to save any of the changes that you made. Once you're done with your profile, you might consider taking a look at messaging. Messaging simply allows you to configure notification methods for incoming messages. For example, I prefer to get email notifications rather than having them just pop up on my screen when I'm logged on. The same thing for getting course creation requests approved, personal messages from users, or posts from your forum logs. When you're done changing those settings, it's a little difficult to see on the screen, but down here there's an update profile, and you would simply click and change those settings. Once you're done setting up your profile the way you like it, simply return to home and continue.